for most of us. Like for example, I'm 15% body fat, and then that's the struggle now, losing the extra 5 pounds, that extra fat on the lower belly. It's been a struggle for me. Like,
this is a good question. So, how do you lose that? And this is a lot of people fall in this camp. They lose some fat, and they got that little bit extra that can never come off. So, what have you been doing right now to try and get rid of that little bit?
I just do cardio and mostly like upper workouts, and I'm working on my legs because I don't do legs much.
Well, the sad, unfortunate truth is that everyone thinks they're gonna have a six-pack at 10, 15 pounds bigger than they will be. You know, you might look at the math and be like, okay, you know, I'm this body fat, you know, if so, fact so, I'm 15% body fat. If I want to get to 8, I got to drop 7% body fat, 2 pounds of fat per percentage. So, you know, 14 pounds of fat. So I'm 180, you know, at 166, I should be lean. It never works out like that. It's always less. And so the reason you don't have that little bit of fat covering it is because you're not at a low enough body fat. And that's because you haven't done your cut long enough, you haven't got lean enough, or maybe you've been doing your cut, you've plateaued, so now you gotta do a maintenance period to bring your metabolism back up. You know, I used to, I used to be in the same position where I'd flex, I had a little bit of blurredness, a little bit of fat here, and the thing is that cardio will not fix it, doing high intensity interval training will not fix it, doing conditioning circuits will not fix it, adding in more exercise will not fix it, dialing in your nutrition, just dialing it in, is what will fix it, and getting your body to a leaner state is what will get there. So you gotta have a lower body weight, you gotta get to a lower body fat percentage, and then it will happen, because you cannot pick where the fat comes off. And so sometimes you'll have this fat here, and you'll be losing a few pounds, you're like, no, the stubborn fat's still here. It's because you haven't lost the fat here, 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 and here before your body will tap into this fat. So everyone's got different fat distribution patterns. Some people are lucky in the sense that they store very little fat here, and they have a lot of fat in their legs, or they have a lot of fat maybe in their chest and arms. So when they get down to 9% body fat, there's nothing here, but their arms aren't as cut. They don't have as much vascularity. Their shoulders aren't as like rounded and sculpted. Their legs are a bit puffier. So for you might have to get to a lower body fat than you want in order to get the fat off here. But this is just different. Everyone's got different genetics, different fat distribution patterns. Mine are pretty even, except that I hold the least amount of fat in my back. So when I do a DEXA scan, I get 7%, and people are like, oh, look at the abs, like, there's no way you're 7, you're so-and-so. If I turn and flex my back, it's like, no, that's fucking 7. So basically, the answer that you probably don't want to hear is you just got to get leaner. You're gonna have to lose fat somewhere else before your body will really, really start to get into that fat.